Hello everybody, welcome to Nana's Journey. I'm Deanna, and today we are going to do Skill Builder number 6. I need to practice my flying geese still. We're going to do some square squared. I call them square squared, but it's square in a square. We've got one with all four the same colors, and then 4 with different colors. And we've got flying geese with different colors. So I'm going to do an experiment with that. And for when I do the square in a square, for the center part of the unit, I use the Square Squared ruler by Debbie Tucker, and I'm doing a 2-inch unit, so I will put the fabric there and then trim. So that's how I come up with the measurement for these right here. And the triangles that go around are 2 1/4 inch squares cut diagonally. So all of those are cut. For the flying geese, I am going to experiment. I'm going to try the fast flying geese. And I am going to, it needs green and gray. So I'm going to put the green on first and then the gray. And I want to see if all the green are on one side, or if I have green on 2 of them on one side and 2 of them on the other, because that's what I want. So depending on how that goes will depend on how I do the second batch. And then I've got 1.5 by 2.5 inch rectangles for these parts right here. And for the 4 patch, I've got 2 gray strips, a green strip, and a white strip. They are 1.5 by 6.5 or 7. I need to come up with how many. I forgot how many, but they will be subcut into 1.5 inch by 2.5 inch rectangles and then put together as 4 patches. So let's get to the sewing machine. Okay, we're going to start with the center unit. And you want to put your fabrics right sides together. And I like to do it with the square on top, so the triangles are on the bottom so that I can see if it's even. Okay, now I need to press those open. And now we do it on the 2 other sides. And press these open. There we go, and we will trim that when we trim these ones. So we're going to start with the green, right sides together. Okay, now I'm going to press those open, and then we'll put on the other sides. Okay, now we'll do green again. Okay, let me get these pressed and we'll trim them in a moment. Before I trim, I want to sew these strips together. I'm going to put them right sides together. Okay, I'm going to press towards the gray, and then we will do our trimming. Okay, we've got our strips, and we need 4 of each. But first, actually, I'm going to square that up. And then I'm going to cut 1.5 inch strips. Okay, so now we can just take these, and nest them together because they're both pressed to the gray, and we will get our 4 patch. So we can get that sewn, and then for our squared units, or square and a square units, these are 2-inch units, so I've got my crosshairs in here. And we have our units with the pink on one side and green on the other. Okay, let's make our four patch units. Get those seams nested. Okay, let me get these pressed open and then we will start on the flying geese. Okay, with these ones we are going to start by laying down the green first. I made too many of these. Okay, I'm going to cut in between and press them open, and then we will put on the gray. Okay, let's get these cut and pressed open. Okay, I got exactly what I wanted, 2 sets of mirror images. So now I will do the next flying geese just like that. Okay, I'm going to use my wing clipper ruler by Debbie Tucker, and these flying geese are like 1 by 2 finished. I'm going to put the lines in there, and all the fabric reaches the line at least or goes past. Flip it around. Line it up there, put the crosshatch in the center, and I have my flying geese. Now, let me get the rest trimmed and I'll be right back. Okay, now we all have our units done. I'm going to start building our rows. And we're going to take our center square and 2 of these, and we're going to put the pink next to the white. Okay, for these, because you've got a lot of fabric at this point and a lot of fabric at this point, you need to make sure they're pressed open so that, you know, there's not too much of a bump there. All right, now we're going to take a corner unit with a green pointing up and out, and another one of these, the pink down towards the center square. Okay, now we're going to put these together, and then we'll start adding on the edges. Okay, we have this done. Now I need to put, I'll put the sides on. Well, actually I need to put this and, whoops, so that and this so that the greens match. Which means I need one for the other side. And then I'm going to, I lost my squares. Gotta add a square on each side, and then we can attach them to the sides of these, and then we'll work on the top and bottom. Okay, and these seams are also pressed open. And let me get those pressed open. Okay, now for the top row, I could have done these at the same time and just put the rectangles on one pair and the squares on a pair. Okay, let me get this pressed and then we will see what it looks like. And there we have it. Skill block number 7 is finished. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you next time on Nana's Journey.